Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the We're Going 5 podcast, powered by TSH Tennis. The business end of the Australian Open is finally upon us. The last 8 standing on the men's and women's side. Djokovic, Alcaraz, Sinner, and so much more. Lots to talk about. Let's get into it. But before we do, I'm Yusuf.
I'm Ismail.
Hey guys, I'm Haroon.
Guys, so many interesting things to talk about. So many amazing storylines that could unfold in this last week of the Australian Open. But to start off, we need to talk about the king. The person that has shown us that he is by far the best player on planet Earth over the past 12 months. Carlos Alcaraz taking down Tommy Paul Ismail in very convincing fashion. 3 sets. Your thoughts on Carlitos?
It's wild to me that this was a very good rivalry. Not too long ago, Tommy Paul would give Carlos lots of problems, especially on hard courts. Like, this is where Tommy thrives, actually. So to see how Carlos is now dominating him, especially now at the Australian Open, this was really shocking. And then Tommy, even after the match, talked about how you feel suffocated when you're playing Carlos on the court. You don't feel like you have solutions. This is how good Carlos is playing right now. He's doing that to a top 10 caliber player. Very impressive use from Carlitos so far.
Yeah, Haroon, what do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was a great performance by Alcaraz. Yeah, the stat sheet shows 3 straight sets. It was, to me, a bit competitive. I didn't feel like that it was vastly different. I feel like just in the important moments, Alcaraz did his business well, and I think that was the big difference. That's what made it into a straight sets match, not a 5-setter, because in the important moments, break points, set points, stuff like that, when it came down to 15-30, like all these things, I felt like Alcaraz converted them quite well. And you felt that his ferocity, by the way, he felt that Tommy Paul was putting some pressure on him, and he was trying to get riled up and trying to get excited. So I do feel like Tommy Paul did his best, but it's no match for Alcaraz because Alcaraz is just on a different level. He's playing great right now. And
I don't think he can bring out his best Haroon against Carlos. He just can't. Like, that's what he said after. Like, he can't find a way to bring that good tennis.
Yeah, sure. But if you look at the stat sheet, I don't think like it's vastly different. I felt like it's a bit similar. But yeah, Alcaraz.
It was close. It was close, but I thought it was just like, I thought he was in control. That's all I mean.
He was in control because once it came to converting big points, Alcaraz was always the one that was converting them, and Tommy Paul was left empty-handed. So I think that was the big difference maker in my opinion.
The first set was a really, really competitive set, and you're like, okay, if Tommy can keep this up, then we might have a match on our hands. But, you know, Carlitos, he just shows up in the big moments. And I think in so many instances, he was in trouble. And then when you go back and then you, like, how did he find his way out? It was the serve. The serve bailed him out so many times, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah, he did.
Back then. Like, whenever he was down and he needed something just to get a breath of fresh air, just a sigh of relief, the serve came in. And the serve worked perfectly this match. He had 0 double faults, by the way, this match. So he didn't have many aces, but that doesn't tell the story because the serving was amazing.
The technique improvement is paying off.
It is paying off.
He owes Novak to thank for that.
He has. And like we said, and we keep reiterating this point, the confidence is through the roof right now. Like, the aura that this man has when he goes up in the middle of the point and he's able to just blow his hand before he hits a smash. Like, that's the level of confidence and comfort that Carlos Alcaraz is in right now. A straight sets win, like I predicted that, but Tommy Paul gave one tough set. He gave him one tough set, but that's the level right now Carlitos is at. Like, you give me one tough set, but then it was routine. And then get that break and it's over. Yeah. And that's what
also
happens.
you can't like Tommy Paul's second serve win percentage was quite low. Like, Alcaraz was eating that up quite well. So you can't really have a big massive first serve, which Tommy Paul had. He was winning 81% of his points there. But then he significantly dips to 46% on second serve. So that's a huge difference. If he misses his first serve, then it's all you can eat.
He's highly likely that he's going to... yeah. Good point.
All you can eat buffet there. So you can't do that against Alcaraz. You have to be... And Alcaraz, his win percentage on his second serve was 68 compared to 46. So big difference. And Alcaraz wasn't necessarily serving bigger than Tommy Paul. It's the fact that he was just serving at a consistently high level. It wasn't the biggest, but he's always putting pressure. And that's what maybe the feeling of suffocation that Tommy Paul is talking about.
Yeah, 1000%. So going into next round against Demon, tricky match, but we'll see what happens there. We'll make our predictions in the end of the episode. But the next person that we need to talk about, guys, is the person that maybe has looked the best in the first week and caught a big break. Ismail, Novak Djokovic, moving into the quarterfinals without playing. Jakub Mensik, unfortunately, retires from the tournament, withdraws from the tournament. Novak Djokovic into his 65th Grand Slam 65th Grand Slam quarterfinal.
That's
but
wild.
You have Novak winning this
Some
tournament.
people don't even have 65 appearances in a Grand Slam.
It's insane. It really is insane. It's like the number is too crazy. We can't even actually understand it. But Smaid, after what happened, okay, he got that break into the quarterfinals. His chances, have they skyrocketed now?
I think they go up. They definitely go up because, as I told you, this was a big break because Jakub was going to make him work. He was going to make him grind the long rallies. Jakub has a huge serve. He can hold serve well, at least take care of business on his own serve. And so he saves a potential grueling 3-4 hours on court at least against Jakub. Yeah. And he gets to recover and he gets to heal and he gets to bring his best energy into the quarterfinals and then potentially semis. And who knows if he can go beyond that. But this is perfect news for him. Yeah. It really is the perfect recipe because this is exactly what he needs. He needs to conserve the legs. Yeah. And Musetti is also not going to make it easy for him. So he needs the legs there. We just saw what he did in Athens. That was a brutal gladiator of a match. Yeah. But no, this is great signs for him. Unfortunate how it happened. But yes, Yusuf, this helps him massively.
Arun, do you agree?
Yeah, first of all, we just want to say get well soon, Jakub Mensik. Like, that's something that we hate to see, especially from a young player.
Yeah.
Like,
we were really looking forward to that match. He was playing so well.
Also, like, you have your career up and coming, and you're having these big wins, and then you're gonna go for a spot in the quarterfinal. Like, it really hurts. So yeah, sorry for Jakub Mensik. However, for Novak Djokovic, that is a huge break. Not from the victory perspective, was he going to lose to Jakub Mensik? Maybe, who knows, because Jakub Mensik beat him before in a big stage in a final of a big title. However, yeah, like you said, Smiley, we expected him to grind him so much. We expected this to go.
It was going to be a tough
Even if he
match.
wins in straights, Jakub Mensik is young, he's fit, he has a big serve, so he's going to make Novak think all the time, think. And even if he's not playing a lot on the court, he's exhausted. So having a break there is something that we definitely want as the GOAT fans, as Djokovic fans. So because he needs that if he wants to face Sinner and Alcaraz in the later stages. So I also think that this is a huge break for Novak. And also for Musetti, now he has a chance to rest and prepare for this big grind of a match, because always Musetti takes him to distance, 5 multiple times. So great position that Novak Djokovic is in right now.
Yeah, good news for him, Yusuf, right?
Good news? I think this is spectacular news if you're a Novak Djokovic fan. Because, every single tournament, you're struggling because the body. He always talks about the body. The fact that you got a break in the biggest, this is the 4th round. This is going to be your toughest test yet. And against a player who beat you in Miami and then took you the distance in Shanghai. And you're not going to have to set a foot on court. This is the biggest break you can get. This is amazing for Novak Djokovic and all of his fans. And if I'm Sinner, if I'm Alcaraz, Musetti going into next round, I'm like, oh my God, this guy's not coming into me as a 38-year-old who's worn out. This is a fresh man who worked on his body in the offseason, and he's saying I'm in great condition. So his chances of winning this thing, oh my! I want to see the odds before Mensik retired and afterwards. I think it must have went up a tick or two because I think it's no longer something that you can't imagine happening. He can beat Jannik Sinner. He can beat Carlos Alcaraz. He just needed the body. And if this is one of the breaks that he gets to have that body, then yeah, why not believe?
It's looking good.
25 and 26.
It's looking good. Yeah, it's a really, really huge news, especially if he potentially gets Sinner in the semi-final. It's going to be an awesome, awesome showdown.
Of course.
Speaking of Sinner, though, Yusuf.
Yeah.
He did recover really well, it seems, from that match
Yep.
against Spizzirri Nissan. Showed a great level again today against Dardiri.
Yep.
Yusuf, what were your thoughts on Jannik?
Yeah, I have lots of thoughts, but firstly, the people that are hating on us for Jannik, for what we talked about.
We didn't diss Jannik.
No one dissed Jannik. We dissed the organizers.
We're talking about just the fact that the way the rule was implemented was questionable. Was questionable. And there's people are saying it's not a new rule. It is a new rule. It's never been applied in Australia before. What do you mean it's not a rule?
Anyways,
new rule?
that's a hatchet that we want to
It was
bury.
in the book since 2019. That was the
But not
argument.
in Australia, so it's new for Australia.
By the way, if we open that can of worms, it's going to be an absolute
We
disaster.
said nothing bad about Jannik.
No, we didn't. And we actually tried to praise him as much as we can. But I guess when you're a diehard Sinner fan, you can't see it. And I understand it. Well, I'm a diehard fan for so many things, and sometimes I can't see clearly. But let's start off by saying we love Jannik Sinner. Now let me get into my thoughts on Jannik.
Of course, he's my champion. He's my champion.
He's your champion. But Harun, you're a fan favorite now because you said nothing. You didn't criticize the organizers. Apparently, that has to do with. You're a Jannik guy. I'm a Jannik. We're all Jannik guys, but apparently, maybe people don't see it that way. Anyways, Jannik Sinner against Luciano Dardiri. I told you guys he is going to go back to being the dominant Jannik Sinner, and he punched Dardiri in the mouth. And he's like, I'm not only going to punch you once. I'm going to give you an uppercut. Then I'm going to give you a jab, then another uppercut. And then all of a sudden, Dardiri's like, okay, I can't stand. I can't stand with this. I thought he was going to go. Hats off to Dardiri for actually holding on and trying to fight back. And he said, I couldn't keep up with him for the first two sets. And by the third set, and it took him to a tiebreak, he's saying, that's when I began to get into the match. But Jannik Sinner, what he did today was Jannik Sinner dominance. He punched his opponent in the mouth, showed us that he does not fear Italians whatsoever. 18-0 now against them, and back to being the favorite. I don't know because I have Carlitos winning this entire thing, but yeah, he's looking like Jannik Sinner.
Yeah, he's looking awesome. Harun, your boy is looking well.
Yeah, I have to give him a lot of credit. By the way, Jannik Sinner does not get enough credit for being really mentally tough. Also on and off the court, like dealing with a lot of things when people questioning you and things like that, and people talking about you. Like, I have to give him a lot of credit for rejecting that noise because that's something that is not easy. We see a lot of athletes, not just in tennis, that really fumble when something like that happens, and it affects their preparation and process in the tournament. So he needs a lot of credit for that. Also, on the court, unbelievable. He came back and he showed that this is the dominant Jannik Sinner, so nobody can have anything to say about his performance on the court, like him playing with a tennis racket. So that's something that I really admire with Jannik Sinner. And he came and showed that, yeah, he's going to crush all Italians, and he likes to eat them for breakfast. 18-0, like you said, Yusuf. Even though Luciano Dardiri came and played, I felt like he wasn't afraid of Sinner. He tried to hit as big-ass serves as he could. He was hitting really big serves, bigger than Jannik the whole match. And yeah, but he made a lot of mistakes, and he couldn't hang because this is not the same category of player as somebody like Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner was absolutely crushing the ball, 46 winners today. So I like
and
what
16
I'm seeing
unforced errors, which I think is the more impressive part for me, the way he's crushing the ball.
But
And
this
16 unforced errors.
is vintage Jannik Sinner. That's him.
It's what you expect.
The perfect tennis player.
Is what you expect.
And serving masterclass also, I'd like to say.
Yeah, it was amazing serving. Harun, do you have anything else to add? Sorry.
No, nothing to say that he's a beast. And by the way, everybody now should be afraid because you got one break. Or like it happened in Wimbledon. Okay, that Dimitrov had him on the ropes, but other than that, it's really scary what's coming next.
Yeah, I thought also you see the aura that Jannik Sinner comes in with, that's already intimidating players like Dardiri, who it's the first time he faces him.
Yeah.
He's never seen that pace, and he's already intimidated by him. So I thought the first 2 sets was just him acclimating to the moment.
Yeah.
And in the third set, he finally was able to bring, his level Dardiri, which I think he can bring a good enough level to challenge him like he did in that third. But it's just the moment and everything that's around it. It's so hard to compete, especially when Jannik comes and punches you in the mouth the way he did.
Yeah.
I thought Jannik handled it brilliantly, even though after Dardiri had a great pushback in that third set. But he came up clutch when he needed. Yusuf, big point on the serve, 72% first serve percentage. Like, if he can keep this up, I don't know if anyone can stop him, really. If he's going to serve above 70% first serves, it's going to be really, really hard to touch his serve. Really, really hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be possible. I really don't know if it's going to be.
If you just think with your mind, not with your heart, and you make predictions with your mind, you don't say anyone can be Jannik Sinner.
You can't, even after you watch. No one's changing direction the way he does on forehand and backhand and with that power. It's still unbelievable every single time I watch him do it. That was awesome. That being said, perhaps the most impressive performance, Haroon, of this fourth round was Lerner, the burner Tien against Daniil Medvedev. Haroon, that was a masterclass. What in the world did we just watch?
I'm in shock. Honestly, I'm in shock. I have no idea how you can come back from something like this. Like, this is to me, like I was feeling bad for Medvedev. Honestly, like I wasn't happy. I was not happy. Like I picked Tien to win, but like not like this. Like not like this. Not like this, Saya. No. Like by the way, it was 4-love up in the third. I felt it was gonna be a 6-love, 6-love to end it.
Haroon, I thought we were headed for double bagel.
Maddie showed us the champion that he is.
He did. He's a champion.
He won 3 games.
I was scared, and also to seal it off, like the cake, that match point when Medvedev was like, okay, he had a big serve, and then he got the smash, and now it's supposed to be an easy, quick point, like finish it, and then he returned it back in his face, like right down the line next to him.
Winner. He returned the smash for a winner.
Like, come on, man, it's really, really ridiculous. Like, you're not supposed to do that. That's unfair. Like, have some ethics here. This is a Grand Slam champion. This is a Formula 1 number 1. Like
have some honor, grace,
have some empathy there. He absolutely ruthless, by the way, at the end. Absolutely ruthless. And this guy is already here.
I agree.
This guy's already here. I said by the way, I predicted at the beginning of the year that this guy is going to be in the top 10. I think it's top 5. Why not also top? I have no idea why in the world would you not put him in top 5 or even top 3. Like, this guy has everything. All he has to do is just maybe go to the gym a bit and improve his serve. The guy is afraid. Like, the whole aura that you're a Grand Slam champion and that you go into the match feeling like, okay, these guys are afraid of you because on the big points they might lose because they're going against somebody that is mentally tougher than you. Like that was already deleted when he from Medvedev now. Medvedev doesn't have that. Like, I feel like now there was an aura around
But he
Medvedev.
hasn't had it ever against him, Haroon. Since that first match, Lerner doesn't fear nobody. He doesn't fear Jack.
Sure, but yeah, with crazy guys, unbelievable.
Yusuf, that was unreal.
You know, he said he conquered his nightmare, Daniil Medvedev, when he beat him in Shanghai, right? And then Lerner's like, hey, man, I'm going to meet you in 3 months' time.
I thought he did conquer Yusuf. He beat him. Remember, he was cramping and he found a way to beat him.
Yeah, and he's like, let me remind you. And why not do it in our favorite stadium? This is where we met first. This is where the first date was. Let's go back to the old stomping grounds, and I'll remind you of what happened. But this time I'm not going 5 with you. I'm not giving you any chance. I'm gonna give you the first bagel you've ever gotten in your entire Grand Slam career.
And this close to giving him a second.
Yeah, that close giving him to second. You know, Lerner Tien, first of all, when in the beginning of the season we said who's gonna be ranked higher in the end of the season, Tien or Fonseca, and that's such a fun debate to have. Yeah. I told you guys Lerner Tien because there is no one that I believe is able to continue to show us an extremely high level of tennis from point 1 to match point, like Lerner Tien and Jannik Sinner. Those are the two. Carlos Alcaraz is now up there, but he has some small dips, no longer big dips. But Lerner Tien gives you 9.5 every single match, every single tournament, every single surface, morning, night, anytime. It doesn't make a difference. Lerner Tien, by the way, this was the match. He is now a superstar. Yeah. He's a proven superstar, and Lerner Tien is tier 1 now. I don't care. He's inside. He's top 25, right? He's tier 1 to me. He's tier 1.
He's tier 1 for sure.
He's up there. You put Novak. You put Sinner. You put Alcaraz. You put Sasha. You put Musetti, and you put Lerner Tien right there in the mix. He's right there, and he's only gonna go higher because, by the way, the entire season he didn't do much, right? He went deep a few tournaments. But Lerner Tien is going to shock everyone. He is a superstar in this sport. He's not afraid of anyone. He has the confidence of a Grand Slam champion. I cannot wait that what I see from him next round is going to be very,
he has the confidence of a multiple Grand Slam.
He has like the confidence is, and he's so humble at the same time. Like he's so cool, and he's such a cool dude.
Oh
and he's like, yeah, I'm just so happy that I won this match, and I'm just like, no, Lerner,
you just taking it all in the post-match press conference. Like he was just looking at the stadium in bewilderment. He was just like a young dude that's just happy.
Yeah, he's just like he's not fazed. I have so many good things to say about Lerner Tien, but the one thing that I will say with full confidence, Lerner Tien is a superstar. Lerner Tien is tier 1 on the men's tour.
I like that. I like that positioning because, guys, when I was watching this match, I was multiple times saying to myself, wow, how did he do that? How did he hit that winner? How did he hit that passing shot?
Yeah.
How did he hit that serve? What's that volley? He has everything. When I'm watching Lerner Tien, I don't believe he's going to miss the ball. Like, I don't believe he doesn't give any free points. There was no free points. Daniil Medvedev, what happened to him is he crumbled at the idea of having to match Lerner's level for this long. Like, he played the first set the way they do, and he's like, I can't keep doing this. He crumbled mentally in the first game of the second set. He got broken. Yeah. It was over. From that moment, I knew the match was over. He couldn't handle mentally having to grind against this beast. And Lerner is fit as a bull, unfazed with the confidence. He couldn't go forever and ever. That's why he's the burner. Yeah. He's built for the moment.
You know, when Andy Roddick said Novak, first he takes your legs, then he takes your heart. That applies to the Lerner Tien.
Who can hang with this? Like, how is he this fit at such a young? He entered the Grand Slam stage this fit, and now he's just showing us. Yesterday, what I saw against Medvedev is now he has firepower. Yeah. He was ripping the forehand. Yeah. He was hitting it with power. Why was Medvedev so upset? Because he's like, now he's hitting with power. Lerner went into the lab and he came back with a rocket forehand, and it's only going to get bigger. His backhand is flat as hell. You can't match the topspin of the forehand.
He doesn't miss.
And he does not miss. He does not miss. He's the most consistent. Let me tell you this. For me, he's the most consistent player on tour. The most consistent player right now on tour.
Jannik is one, sorry.
He reminds me of somebody, by the way.
Jannik hits with more power. For Jannik's power, it's amazing consistency. But just keeping the ball in play, Lerner is going to keep it in play. Yeah. And he's so talented. Like, he doesn't get credit for how he's able to contort the racket and his body to keep the ball and put it in the right place. Yeah. With it's an unbelievable level. I agree, Yusuf. He's tier 1. He's a superstar. He's here, Harun. He's arrived.
You know who he reminds me of? Can you guess who he reminds me of?
Davydenko?
He reminds me of Medvedev himself, kind of. Like, he reminds me of Medvedev being the super consistent guy that's always annoying, that doesn't have the biggest shots necessarily, but he's always there, and his anticipation is great. His mental capacity is unbelievable. Like, I feel like there is some similar thing, and maybe why Medvedev is upset is feel like, now his powers are gone. Like, somebody's better than me now at what I think that I'm great at.
I agree, Arun, with that. And Medvedev in the beginning, remember, he used to be, when he was coming up and he reached world number 1, he was called the chess master. Yeah. The chess master folded to the greatness of Lerner Tien. Even Medvedev said after, I thought he could hit the ball with his eyes closed. And he would make it. Like, that's what he said. Yeah. Because Lerner saw, Medvedev didn't have a plan A, B, or C, or D to figure out Lerner. Yeah. Lerner is ready, and also I think he's so tactically sound as well. And then you were hearing Michael Chang tell him, keep using that forehand down the line, keep using that forehand. He was opening up the court.
What awesome duo, by the way, Michael Chang and Lerner Tien.
So cool.
That's also an awesome duo that you have there. That they're going to continue to be on like the
I
main
hope so.
stages, and
I
they're
hope
going
so.
to get more credit. Chang's going to get more credit. Lerner's going to get more, because we've been singing Lerner's praises this entire year, but now he's on the big stage. He's going to continue to show everyone. But you know the thing for me about Lerner and Tien, what I'm thinking, if I'm a player, let's say I have all the ability, I'm going Sasha Zverev going into next match. I'm waking up on the day of the match. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god, I have to.
Even though I believe I can win, this is gonna be so hard.
That's why Medvedev folded Yusuf. He's like, I can't do this. I'm not ready to go 5 today. I don't want to go 5. Like, he knew if I need to fight like hell, and I might get to set. I might get to 5.
But we have to say though, Medi came off of a comeback against Maruchan, so it did affect him a bit.
For
but
sure,
Lerner was lights out. Lerner was lights out, but Medi, I still believe he's going to show us great level this year.
Sure, true. I think Lerner's
He just went up against the guy who's potentially a world number one.
No, also,
player.
I think Lerner's his kryptonite. He doesn't know how to solve Lerner.
Yeah.
He's not going to
Give him anyone else. Give him anyone else.
Like Lerner, he's never going to beat Lerner again. I'm saying this officially. He's never going to beat Lerner again. That's over. He can close that chapter.
That's crazy. It's wild. Okay, guys. Lorenzo Musetti, lower Yusuf, your boy. He looks like he's proving all his doubters wrong. Your thoughts on that?
Like, how many times do I have to scream from the top of my lungs, from the top of the buildings, from everywhere, that Lorenzo Musetti continues to show everyone that he is one of the big dogs in this sport? Both of you guys dealt with him, by the way. You picked Fritz to win this match. Haroon, you picked Fritz to win this match. I told you guys, I picked
it to go first flight home.
Like, come on, like, I'm telling you, show Lorenzo Musetti some respect. What does he have to do exactly? By the way, that early loss in Wimbledon was because he was coming from an injury. But whenever Lorenzo Musetti is healthy, he shows us an elite level of tennis. He's not top 5 for no reason. There's a clear reason. And he did that. This was another statement win from him, because he came off a 5-set brutal match in the heat against Thomas Mahach, who was undefeated in 2026, and then came in, played against Taylor Fritz, and took him down in very convincing fashion. Very convincing fashion.
Yeah,
Lorenzo Musetti, like Lerner Tien, is a superstar. And let me say this. Lorenzo Musetti plays the most beautiful tennis on tour. The passing shots, the drop shots, the change of direction, the one-handed backhand, the movement. No one moves like Lorenzo Musetti. Carlos Alcaraz is up there, but Lorenzo Musetti sometimes really wows me. I might be biased. I am a big fan.
I just don't love him.
I love him. I think Lorenzo Musetti is tennis perfection when he is playing at his best level, and into the quarterfinals. Now, quarterfinals of every single Grand Slam on every single surface, proving to everyone Lorenzo Musetti is a superstar in this game. Lorenzo Musetti is an elite player on hard, on grass, and on clay. What more does he need to prove to you?
Smai, do you share the same glaze as Yusuf?
Yeah, that was massive love for Lorenzo Musetti.
That's massive. By the way, that's way more glaze than about Fonseca. Way more glaze.
Like, let me say...
You say that? You say, oh my God, Fonseca, who hasn't done jack yet?
No, come on, I mean, Fonseca...
Lorenzo Musetti, a Grand Slam semi-finalist, a bronze medalist at the Olympics, perennial quarterfinalist at slams.
I like.
Yeah,
come on.
Lorenzo Musetti, yeah, you love him a lot, and
Masters finalist.
That's fine. You can love him. He's great.
Not glaze,
since last year.
I only gave you facts.
He unlocked a new level, and he said it. His
Every
coach
year.
said it
Every year.
Sure, every year. But last year he unlocked top 10 level or top 5 level.
Now he's in top 5.
The level he unlocked, and he's playing with that confidence. You know, Fritz was a big challenge for him because he's never beaten Fritz on a hard court. And we saw him lose in the ATP finals, but that was indoor hard. He never beat him on hard. So to do it the way he did it in 3 sets, that was really impressive. You know, is that because Fritz was at his level and and it's because of the injuries that Fritz has been dealing with? But the way Fritz shook his hand at the net, like, it showed him a lot of respect. I feel like he was giving him his flowers for how well he played, and he has been playing awesome. He's top 5 player. I told you before, he has potential to be world number 1. He
Grand
does.
Slam champion. Too.
Sure, he does. He does have that potential, and he needs to put it together. But Haroon, I'm still gonna need to see more now in this quarterfinal coming up. If we're gonna,
I don't know why he's laughing it off like you said something.
He's not
crazy.
tier 1 yet. Lorenzo Musetti's not tier 1 yet. He's still in tier 2. He's still in tier 2.
Okay.
I respect him a lot. I respect him a lot because he's playing a style of tennis that is like he's like a showman. He has a one-hander slice and likes the touch. So when he's playing consistent and he's like playing in a way boring tennis sometimes, I have to respect him because he likes to be more flashy and stuff like that. And so I have to give him respect. Anyways,
Harun used a lot of variability, I have to say, against Fritz. He showed the whole repertoire against Taylor Fritz.
That's what he does all the time. He's just so talented.
No, but he's putting it together now for big dominant wins.
Yes, thank you.
And also, it's a lot of respect for out-serving Fritz, who is a big server himself, and also Fritz is somebody that usually doesn't make that many unforced errors. He had 30 plus unforced errors, 34 unforced errors, which is so much. Like, you can't have that many unforced errors like that, and you're somebody that's also very consistent. But for Musetti showed that he has more consistency, which I think that he's not really a consistent guy. Like, that's not something part of his game. He's becoming more consistent, but that's not something you think about.
I think he's pretty consistent as a player, though.
He's consistent, but that's not what you think about when you think about Musetti. You think about Musetti, the touch, the slice, the drop shots, these types of things, and also he was serving big. So also, like he was serving bigger than Fritz himself. They both had the same average first serve speed, but the second serve speed was better for Musetti. So these are things also, small things that he's showing that he is has a very high level in, and a lot of respect. I don't love him as much as Yusuf does. I don't think it's the most beautiful tennis, but I respect the hell out of him.
Wow.
Massive respect for Musetti, and he's proving a lot of doubters wrong. Me most of all.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Disagree,
However,
but I'm not gonna add to it.
Well, it's okay. Well, I agree to disagree.
Yes,
well,
exactly.
Another guy that I think is also maybe proving his doubters wrong, which is Sasha Zverev. Alexander Zverev, guys, he's being overlooked right now. Is he being overlooked, Smail?
Harun, he keeps looking better and better every round. You know, he started off really slow.
You had Cerundolo winning this match.
I had Cerundolo, winning this match, so I didn't think that he would put on this performance. And he played his best match against Cerundolo.
Yep.
And might say Cerundolo dipped, but he dipped for a reason because Zverev brought his A game. He served very well. I thought he was playing a little bit more aggressively, and that's what we need to see from him. Yeah. So Harun, he's looking good. He's looking good. He's looked the best yet so far for himself in the tournament, but he's going to have to bring that again to take down Lerner, the burner.
Of course.
Sure, that was a big match. Yusuf, your thoughts?
The first week is about surviving. And he had to survive some treacherous waves.
He dropped 3 sets. It was the first straight sets victory for him.
Yeah. And he's finding his best level. Like, he continued to show us that he's coming. This was a perfect performance by Sasha Zverev in my eyes. I saw aggression. I saw confidence. I saw coming forward. I saw making the most of any situation. So many things that you want Sasha to do and he doesn't do sometimes, which is why people get frustrated. And he was doing them. He was firing off the forehand, firing off the backhand. There were forehand to forehand rallies where Cerundolo might have one of the biggest forehands in the game, and Sasha was able to overcome those, overpower him in some points. And that's Sasha Zverev showing you the level that he is bringing. He's into the second week and he's finding his best level. This is what the big dogs do. They get through the first week and then they show you their best level. He is being overlooked, Harun, I think, a bit. And we could see him in the semifinals, and maybe who knows if he goes further again. But Sasha, I think you are asking a really good question, because Sasha's being overlooked right now, looking amazing in that Cerundolo win, going up against Lerner Tien, a very, very, very tough match for Lerner, but also vice versa, very tough win for Sasha.
Fair enough. Like I think he's being overlooked right now. I also think that was a big blunder by Cerundolo. Cerundolo, we were expecting way more from him, and this is not the performance that you should come up with against a big player like Sasha Zverev, who you beat multiple times before. However, you have to give credit to Sasha, because Sasha really put him in a position to have no answers. So massive credit for Sasha for making him feel like he has no answers, has no solutions to anything that Sasha's doing. And that's also lots of credit to Sasha, because there's also a mental aspect to get over Cerundolo, who beat him multiple times in places also where Sasha was very comfortable, like in Madrid. So that's some place where it kind of really affects you mentally. So you have to give Sasha a lot of credit for being there mentally, for showing that he's going to outwork you, he's going to serve better than you, he's going to be more consistent than you, he's going to hit more winners than you, and he's going to show more variability. Like all of these things, Sasha won one, like he was winning, tick, 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 checking them off the box. But
I agree.
But
I'm overlooking him because I expected more from Cerundolo, and Cerundolo didn't bring his best level. Partially credit to Zverev, partially because Cerundolo is mentally, he has to work on himself.
Okay, but like, you know, but Sasha's Sasha, and even Cerundolo said it after the match. Like he said, people forget. By the way, you guys, people expect him to win because he beat him. He was up 3-2 in the head-to-head. He's like, you guys forget that Sasha Zverev's been in the top 10 for a decade now.
You know, and
like that's world class. That's greatness. That's historic greatness.
Yeah, of course. No, he's great. He's great, and that means, and also it's a testament to Zverev's mentality and his mental toughness, which I thought Cerundolo was lacking big time throughout that match.
But you can also say the other way around. Like if you beat a guy that's been in the top 10 for a decade twice, and you have a nice head-to-head against him, like you should have supreme confidence against him. You're not supposed to be the one reminding us.
But he had the mental. He had the, like, I thought it was mentally he wasn't there.
Grand Slam,
I don't want that reminder to come from Cerundolo.
Different game. Yeah. Anyways, that's a different game. But Sasha looking amazing. You know who's also looked spectacular? And I did not see this coming because to me, he was on the first. He was one of the people I said first flight home. Alex the Demon Minaur. Yeah. Looking amazing, taking down Sasha Bublik, smile, giving him 2 breadsticks on his way home. Your thoughts on Demon in 2026?
I need to eat my words because I thought he was also on the first flight home. I thought he would lose to Berrettini, who never showed up, so that blew the door open. But Demon, every time I watch him, I just realize how mentally tough he is and how mature he is and what a physical beast he is. And he's willing to grind all day. He's kind of like Lerner in that aspect. Like he'll grind you all day. He doesn't mind running for hours and hours and hours if he has to, but he will run. And he will run with the energy of the crowd behind him now. Yeah. Bublik, what a huge letdown, man. What a big letdown emotionally, mentally, complaining on court. Like, yeah, this is why he's not a top 10 player for the past. This is why he's not on Demon's level. He's not. And he absolutely deserved to get thrashed. And I expected at least a fight. But everyone had this match as a 50-50. Demon thrashed him, man. Credit to Demon. So impressive.
Haroon, your boy, he came up.
My boy, put some respect on my boy's name. Yeah, like Demon, man, deserves a lot of credit, but I agree with you, Smail. Like, this is a big letdown for Bublik. I thought I had Bublik in my top. I had Bublik in my top 5 as the most impressive in week 1 because I thought this is like a new, reinvented Bublik who's not going to make lots of unforced errors, who's not going to go into petty arguments and really look at the small things. He's going to overlook them and really look at big things. So I'm upset from that regard. But then again, you have Demon is amazing. Demon is really underrated as a player. Again, may I remind all our viewers, all our listeners, and both of you that Demon had the 3rd most wins in 2025. Like that, he is a very consistent player who beats players consistently, and he always shows a very, very, very high level. And he made Sasha Bublik completely unravel. He made Sasha Bublik hit 36 unforced errors. Like, come on. You cannot do that against Demon. Demon is going to eat that up. And Demon is also, he's going to force you to do all these things. And he fell into Demon's trap. Like, Demon wants you to feel like, yeah, you have a bigger game. You're more talented. You have a bigger serve. But then he starts to neutralize all of these things and make you feel like, hey, all of these things are actually nothing. They're actually worth zilch when you come against somebody who's super fast, who's super quick, who's super mentally focused, who
He's
also doesn't care.
When
you hit an amazing shot, oh my God, is that going to affect me? It affects Demon. Doesn't affect Demon at all. He walks off like it's the next point. So he also has Leighton Hewitt in his box. So that's also something that's awesome, by the way. But yeah. I love Demon right now, and I'm upset that Bublik didn't show a great fight in this match.
Yeah, no, this is. I'm disappointed in Sasha Bublik, like you guys exactly, and I think so many people are. And you know, he said the court was slower because he was used to playing on Margaret Court. Then he played on Rod Laver, so that affected a bit. Like
weak excuse.
That's I'm not saying it is. I'm just stating what he said. But yeah, like no, I don't hear anyone making that excuse from the top guys. And Demon just continues to show us that if you doubt him, then you're mistaken, because he's going to continue to show up. He's going to continue to go deep at tournaments, and he beats who he's supposed to beat, and he loses who he's supposed to lose. That's who Demon has been for the past 2-3 years. Is it going to change? That's the question. He was seeded higher than Bublik. He beat the player he was supposed to beat. Now, he's going to go up against the player who's much higher than him. Carlos Alcaraz is probably the toughest test in tennis right now. But Demon, the last thing I want to say about Demon.
Demon's ready for it. He said bring it on.
Let's see. Yeah, bring it on. And he has an amazing mentality. And I love his mentality. It really is special. But used to be able to overpower Demon. He improved his body. He got stronger. You can see he's very, very strong now. Like the body, there's muscle there. You can't overpower him anymore. He's able to hang with everyone. And Carlos Alcaraz coming up next. You worked on this in the offseason? Let's see, because Carlitos comes with firepower, Smile. So going into next
ultimate
match.
Test. It's the ultimate test.
It's the ultimate test. He's ready for it. But Demon, hats off to him. So much respect. But now the question is, can you beat the players that are supposed to be, that you're supposed to lose to, who are seated higher than you? That's the question. We're going to find out in 2 days.
Yeah.
Guys, big boy, Benny Schultz, somebody that we are all really impressed with. Can Ben Shelton break through this time and finally get over the hump? Smile, your thoughts.
Arun, he's peaking. And this is what I wanted to see from big boy Benny in the beginning of the season. Lots of improvements in consistency, in fitness. There's a reason I told you he is my fourth favorite, because he's built for the moment. I love everything I'm seeing. Able to come back from a set down to Casper today, who was playing amazing coming into this match, playing free. I like his form. The biggest test is now here. Sinner, who he has lost the last 19 sets to, Yusuf. So we're about to learn about his belief tomorrow or after tomorrow. Does he really believe? We're going to learn that.
Yeah. Like Ben Shelton, he doesn't lose to anyone outside Sinner and Alcaraz in slams since the beginning of 2025. And now it's like we know where you can go. The thing is, can you go further? And we expect him to. Sinner is the biggest test. You're going up against the back-to-back champion, but Ben Shelton, you feel like if there's someone who believes they can, it's Ben Shelton. If there's someone that you believe can do it, it's Ben Shelton. And first set, he was a bit shaky against Casper Ruud, but then it was clockwork in the end. He was able to take over, got the breaks, and then never looked back. Every single set, when he got the break, he didn't look back. Second, third, and fourth. And, he's ready for this. He's built for the big stages. Who's also built for the big stages? Jannik Sinner. Blockbuster next round. I know we're going to have to make our predictions in a bit. I don't know which way I'm going, but I can say I'm thinking. And that's a big compliment to Benny Schultz.
That's a big compliment, Harun. That's a big compliment indeed.
That's a gigantic compliment. But I want to give credit before we talk about Sinner and all of that and putting him in the mix. You have to give credit to Ben Shelton, because he is proving time and time again that he is somebody that deserves to be deep, and proving that he has the tennis to be there. So that's also something that he deserves a lot of credit for. We demand a lot from him because we saw how talented he was when he stepped on tour. So this is and I have to give him credit also for bouncing back after that, being a set down against Casper. Casper is also somebody that makes you work and makes you really play your best tennis. He doesn't give you anything for free, and he's always super consistent in the rallies. He's always great. So for Ben to overcome such a challenge, lots of credit for him there. Also, it's super hard to play against somebody who's averaging like almost 200 kilometers per hour serves, his fastest serve today against Casper was 228. That's dangerous. They should make a serve rule and the heat rule. Something else, if it passes a certain limit. Yeah. But I like what I'm seeing right now. Ben Shelton deserves a lot of credit, and let's see what he's going to do next.
It's going to be so fun.
The quarters are stacked.
Yeah, it's absolutely stacked. Amazing matches coming our way. And, we're going to make our predictions. But before we do that, we like to let you know where we were right, where we were wrong. So we were all right on Alcaraz. We were all right on Sinner, of course. But Yusuf, you're the only one that had Zverev beating Cerundolo somehow.
I'm mind blown by that.
I'm also mind blown. That seems I should have taken that one back. And Harun, you were the only one that had Demon taking down Sasha Bublik. So hats off to you.
Well
we
done,
were both
well done.
wrong on that one.
Yep.
However, Yusuf, me and Harun had Lerner the Burner taking down Daniil Medvedev. I think we look good, although
great.
we expected a bigger fight from Daniil for sure.
Yep.
You're the only one that had your boy Musetti going through against Taylor Fritz.
Believer.
Hats off to you. Hats off to you.
And I was the only one that was wrong about picking Casper Ruud against Ben Shelton.
Yeah.
Yusuf and Smile, you had them.
Yeah, you
had
had
Ben
Casper
Shelton.
Ruda. I told you, big boy Benny
to
Schultz
back
is
my-
Big
here.
boy, Benny, big boy, Benny, Benny,
Loyalty,
big
you
boy.
have to
Big
back
boy,
loyalty.
Benny, big boy. Big boy, Benny, big boy. But the good news is we have a chance to make our picks next for the next round. And it's going to be fun. We can be right next one more time.
First match we have on the women's side, Arina Sabalenka against Iva Jovic. Superstar against up-and-coming superstar. Harun, who wins it?
No, I have to go with Sabalenka here. She took down my dark horse in Victoria Mboko, so I'm going with Sabalenka and straights here. Although impressive from Jovic.
Ismail.
Yeah, Iva Jovic looking amazing, and she is going to be on the tour for a long time, and she's going to win big tournaments, but not today against Arina Sabalenka. She's built for the moment. She's coming for the title. She's looking arguably better than she ever has. Give me Sabalenka in straights, Yusuf.
Ooh, Sabalenka in straights. Well, Arina Sabalenka is world number one for a reason. Iva Jovic, people are talking about her for a reason also. This one is going to go the distance, but Arina Sabalenka is going to show Iva Jovic why she is the world number one. Next up, we have a very interesting one. Coco Gauff against Elina Svitolina. Harun, who makes the semis?
Tricky, because I feel like Svitolina's reinvented herself as of late. But I'm going with Coco Gauff here. I think Coco Gauff is going to do her business quickly in straights here.
Oh, Smile, do you agree?
Wow, I think this is going to be a very good match. I think Elina is playing very well, but Coco she's showing me a composure that I have not seen before. She does not get phased when she goes down a set or a set in the break. Like, she's able to stay present, so fit, underrated fitness, arguably the best mover on the women's tour. Give me Coco Gauff to outlast here's Svitolina in 3 sets though, Yusuf.
Ooh, yeah, I think this also is going to go the distance. 3 sets for sure. Svitolina looking amazing. She was able to outlast Andreeva. Coco, though, like she's built for these moments. Coco Gauff goes through, but it's going to be in 3 sets.
Yeah. Well, we have 2 fire matches also on the other side. We have Amanda Anisimova against Jessie Pegula, an American fight for a spot in the semis. Yusuf, who you got going through?
Is this even a question? Is this even a question? The best player so far on the women's side has been Amanda Anisimova, and she is my champion for a reason, so I'm not backing off. Amanda Anisimova is going to take down Jessica Pegula. By the way, it's going to be in straights.
Wow. Harun, Amanda is winless against Jessie Pegula. She going to get her first win for the semis here?
But that's old news. That's old news. Amanda Anisimova is a completely different player. I'm also upset that Jessica Pegula took down my champion in Madison Keys. But I'm not going to pick Jessica Pegula here because I hate myself if I pick her to win and then she loses and she already No. I'm going for Amanda Anisimova. She's going to win. She's a new player in straights here.
Wow.
Smile.
Guys, Jessie Pegula is 3-0 against Amanda for a reason. And she's underrated as a player. She just took down Harun, the defending champion, who was playing really well. Give me Jessie Pegula, but in a grinder of a match. 3 sets, Jessie Pegula comes out of this one.
Can't wait till she proves you wrong.
I can't wait as well. Maybe the best match of all the quarterfinals on both the men's and the women's side is here. Elina Rybakina against Iga Swiatek for a spot in the semis. Harun, this is absolute war. Who's going through?
It's absolute war. It's absolute war, but I'm going to hate myself if I pick Iga and then she loses because I also picked her to be her first flight, to be the first flight home. So I'm going for Elina Rybakina here. When she's on fire. And I hope, please, dear God, she's on fire this time. Elina Rybakina in straights.
Yusuf, who's going through?
Wow. Guys, this is the match of the tournament on the women's side so far. Rybakina playing amazing. Iga, she played Inglis, which was, I think, a nice win, fine. But now you're going up against a superstar, WTA Finals champion. She's on a roll right now. Give me Elena Rybakina, but it's going the distance also in 3 sets to take down Iga and prevent the career slam from happening.
Wow. Both of you going for Rybakina.
Yep.
Wow, that's a shocker there because Iga's looking dominant. She just served a bagel today in her match
against the qualifier. Like, let's
Sure, but you know, Iga's always serving bagels and breadsticks, so it's not new news for her. No, give me the tried and tested champion Iga Swiatek here. I think it will go 3, but I have Iga going through, guys.
Can't wait till you're proven wrong. Well, guys, that was the women's side. Let us know who you have winning these matches. But we have some absolute fire matches on the men's side. First up, Harun, we have Carlitos Alcaraz against Alex the Demon Minaur. Who wins it?
I have to give credit for Demon, by the way, for going this far in such convincing fashion, but this is where it ends. I have to. I'm sorry, my boy Demon, but it was an honorary run. Alcaraz here in 4 sets. Demon is going to bring it all. Alcaraz in 4 sets here.
Ismail.
Yeah, all my love to the Demon for showing an amazing tournament. But, you know, Carlitos is just on another planet, not another level, another planet. This is where the dream run ends. It's going to be in straights because, you know, Demon's going to bring the fight, but the belief is going to get taken away very quickly. It's in straights, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know, Ismail, I'm going to use one of your lines where you said, like, this is a hard stop. This is Demon's hard stop. This is Carlos Alcaraz, baby goat, the king of kings. Carlos Alcaraz is going to win this one, and he's going to show that, by the way, he's 5-0 against him, 5-0 against the Demon. It's going to be 6-0, and it's also going to be done in straight sets. Sorry, Demon. Match of the day. Alexander Zverev against Lerner, the burner Tien, for a spot in the Aussie Open semis. Harun, who you got?
Oh, that's really the trickiest one. That's the trickiest one. Okay, I said that I think this is Sasha's back. Sasha's underrated. He's overlooked. And I think that this is somebody that is going to go deep in the slam. I think Sasha Zverev is going to come prepared. In this match is going 5. Lerner the burner is going to show an amazing level, but Sasha gets over it in 5 sets.
Oh, Sahil.
Wow.
Give your prediction.
This is going to be an amazing match, Yusuf. But let me share one key stat. Daniil Medvedev won 26% of his second serve points. Sasha Zverev won 59 in his last match against Cerundolo. And if he's able to play at a similar level, this is going to have Lerner the burner written all over it. Lerner the burner is officially tier 1. He has arrived. I'm going Lerner the burner here in an absolute grinder of a match. 5-set battle. Lerner the burner going to come out on top. He does not fear Sasha. He's beaten him before. Yes, he was maybe a bit injured. But yes, give me Lerner the burner here.
Wow.
So you have Sasha in 5. Harun, you have Tien in 5. Ismail, Harun, you have Sasha in 5.
Wow. Break the tie. Something's gonna have to give. They both don't deserve to lose.
You guys put me in. Okay, this is such a tough one, but the winner of this match is going to be the player that has proven time and time again that they are a superstar in this sport and gets overlooked in his amazing career. Sasha Zverev is going to win this one. And you guys say it's going 5. I say Sasha's saying, no, not this time. Lerner the burner, you made to the quarters. Amazing for you. You have an amazing career ahead. But let me move on to the semis yet again in 4 sets. Sasha in 4. Let's see it happen.
Wow, this is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
I'm not truly convinced.
I'm telling you, I think Tien. I think Tien's gonna do it. He might do it in 4. If he gets hot, he might do it in 3. Like I'm certain that Lerner will do it.
Come on.
I'm so confident that he will do it. I really feel like the same feeling I felt when Fonseca beat Rublev. I was so sure Fonseca.
Keep going
would beat
back
Rublev.
to this Fonseca. How about Fonseca winning whatever, beating Spidzier? You had that. You had that.
Yeah,
you had that feeling.
He was
also
injured. No, he was injured. Yeah. All right.
Last 2.
Here we go. We have the final 2 matches of the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Novak Djokovic against Lorenzo Musetti. Harun, who's going through to the semis here?
Musetti's looked the best he's ever been leading up to a match against Novak Djokovic. So has Novak, by the way, as of late. So I'm going for Novak Djokovic here. You can't go against the GOAT because You just can't. He's proved it time and time again, and he has a overwhelming 9-1 record against Musetti. So this is supposed to be in the bag for him. This is a top 5 player, by the way. Lorenzo Musetti in 9-1, crazy. I'm going for Djokovic in 4 sets.
Yusuf, they had a fire match in Athens a couple months ago. Who's going through?
In Athens, we all remember the Roland Garros match. Like Musetti versus Djokovic is must-see TV, by the way. And it's going to be must-see TV again. And it's so hard for me because Lorenzo's my boy. And Novak, I want him to go. I want that next slam for Novak. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to tell Lorenzo Musetti, this is a hard stop for you, my brother. I think Novak Djokovic, with the fresh legs, is going to continue to dominate this head-to-head. It's going to be 4 very, very tough sets. But Novak, the GOAT, Djokovic is going to go through.
Wow, 4 sets.
Yeah.
The way I see it is that Novak Djokovic, he can see now the finish line. He knows he needs to get through this match, conserve energy, and get to the 2 title matches that he has to go through. He loves it. I think he's going to absolutely torch Lorenzo Musetti in the next round. He's going to play aggressive. He's going to be moving amazing because he's fresh. He sees Sinner in the next round. Give me Novak Djokovic in straights. This is going to be an absolute annihilation of a match. He beat him in Miami 2-2. I expect something similar to happen in this match as well.
I love the disrespect to Lorenzo Musetti.
With all due respect, there's no disrespect.
Well, there's no respect given to my boy.
There's
none.
all due respect.
I need to fight you guys every episode because Lorenzo Musetti's not giving love.
Yeah, no, he's
I'm
getting a
going
lot
to
of love.
continue. I'm fine. I'm the ambassador for the Lorenzo Musetti fan base, and I absolutely love it.
I'm a big fan of his as well. I just don't think he can compete with the GOAT here. Last match in the quarterfinal. Haroon, your boy, Jannik Sinner against big boy Benny Schultz. Who's going through?
Again, salute to big boy Benny Schultz, but this is Jannik Sinner. This is a giant. This is somebody who is on a different level. Ben Shelton is trying, but Jannik Sinner is on a different level. And I told you guys, 1 break, and if you don't take your chance, it's over. Jannik Sinner in straights, baby. This is going to be night for Jannik Sinner. Absolute bombshell of a performance that he's going to put up.
Wow. Yusuf, big boy Benny's looking the best he's ever looked.
I agree. He's looked the best he's ever looked. And you know what? He's going to take it a step further. And Jannik Sinner is the toughest test, especially in Australia. But big boy Benny Schultz is going to go the distance with Jannik Sinner. But eventually, he's going to fall. It's going to go 5. But Jannik Sinner is going to move on. Big boy Benny Schultz is going to prove to everyone that he's taken another step in the right direction.
Are you sure Sinner's never won a match beyond 4 hours? Do you want to revise that pick?
Nope. It's going 5. It's going 5, but Jannik Sinner is going to get the job done.
Yeah, I think big boy Benny Schultz is eventually going to crack this code of Jannik and Alcaraz, but you know, he's going to take the next step, and the next step is taking a set. He's lost the last 19 sets against Jannik Sinner, and you know, he's improved a lot, but I think, you know, it's not enough to beat Jannik on this big stage. Although big boy Benny Schultz says he wants revenge, he's learned from their last matches. I expect a big fight. I expect a big match, big performance. But I think 4 tough sets, Jannik's going to go through, though.
We shall see.
We're going to see. It's going to be an awesome quarterfinal lineup. Let's see who's going to go through, guys. Let us know who your picks are for each of these matches. Who's going to go through? And let's know who do you think has looked the best so far out of the top dogs? And what about Novak getting this big break? Let us know in the comments. And as always, we'll see you here after every single round. And we'll see you here after the quarterfinals. Until next time.
Let's show love, not hate, huh?
Yeah, and subscribe. Show love, please.
Have a good night. Good night. Good night. Very good night.